Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Council Action. My name is Paul Manganelli. I am the councilman for Ward 2 here in Florissant. We had our council meeting tonight, Monday, October 27th. Started with the usual Pledge of Allegiance, roll call of members, and approval of the last meeting's minutes. We had a hearing from citizens, and Jason Timmy, he's our Streets Director. We met over the weekend for our budget meetings, and he just needed to clarify a budget item for uniforms for the street department for the proposed 2026 budget. We had 6 public hearings this evening. 3 of them were 2 estheticians and 1 massage therapist. They were opening up here on St. Francis Street, which is a historic district, so they do need a special use permit. Then we had a special use, or public hearing. We had a public hearing for Banyawad DBA Road Tire LLC. They're located at 14090 New Halls Ferry Road. That's the location they want. And it'll be a new and used tire shop. Just new and used tires, no repairs, no window tinting, nothing extra. And then, let's see. And then we had another public hearing for 158 Howder Shell Road. This is for a potential New York Grill restaurant. It'll go in the old Jack in the Box location. It's been vacant for a while, and they have been fixing it up, has been noted. Our last public hearing tonight was for R&B Bar and Grill to allow for a tavern cocktail lounge at 462 North Highway 67. All these public hearings had questions from the council, and all of our questions were answered. So after the public hearings, we had bills for second reading. We had a bill authorizing an amendment to special use permit to Harrington Hospitality Group, DBA Chick-fil-A. That's Chick-fil-A at Halls Ferry in Lindbergh. Basically, they're making some changes to the building to make them more efficient, and you can get your chicken sandwiches a lot faster. And then that passed. After that, there was an ordinance authorizing an amendment to ordinance number 9010 as amended to allow for a restaurant in a B5 extensive business district at 3159 North Lindbergh. That passed. Then there was another third reading and passing for an amendment to allow for a restaurant in a B5 planned commercial district, 2312 North Highway 67. Then there was a second reading for Pretty Wasted LLC, DBA Pink Martini, to allow for a tavern in a B3 extensive business district located at 1833 Dunn Road. We suspended the rules, had more questions for the petitioner. Once those were answered, we had a vote, and that failed to pass on an 8-1 vote. Then there's an ordinance to amend ordinance 7965. Basically, it's to allow for new owners of the Subway in Walmart. And then there's at Jefferson and Lindbergh, there is the gas station there is turning into more of a convenient mart and gas station. We passed an ordinance for changes to exterior building materials. The last of the second readings tonight was an ordinance authorizing an amendment to section 210.1910C, sale of marijuana-infused products, marijuana accessories by amending the proximity to certain institutions. And I left that up on my iPad to make sure you know exactly what this is. Nobody will be allowed to sell any of those products within 1,000 feet of any church, child daycare center, elementary school or secondary school, or other buildings used for education or recreation programs for persons under 18 years old. I lied, there's two more. There were two more second readings. Transfer of special use permit 3220 from Crystal Creek Health and Rehabilitation to Willow Creek Wellness and Rehabilitation LLC to allow for a nursing home located at 250 South New Florissant Road. That passed. And then there's another one, ordinance authorizing an amendment to Chapter 530 Signs and Billboards, Section 520.160, pennants, flags, etc., by deleting it in its entirety. We had board appointments. Jeff Plodzin was reappointing to Board of Adjustment. Then we had a resolution for Land and Water Conservation Fund application for federal assistance to improve the Malamphy Park walking trail. That passed unanimously. Then we had bills for first reading. An ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Wafai Banyawad DBA Road Tire LLC to allow for tire sales and installation with no auto repair in a B3 extensive business district at 14090 New Halls Ferry. Another first reading ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Lindsay Allen DBA Ironworks Wellness LLC to allow for massage business in a historic business district located at 493 Rue St. Francis, Suite 16. Same thing for ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Yvette Smith, DBA Relax, Heal, and Restore to allow for massage business in an historic business district located at 493 Rue St. Francis, Suite 5. And also an ordinance, first reading on ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Latricia Minor, DBA Spa Exclusive, to allow for a massage business in a historic business district located at 1020 Rue St. Francis. There will be no reason to be stressed on Rue St. Francis after our next meeting. Last of the first readings, an ordinance to authorize amendment ordinance number 5964 to allow for changes to exterior paint color, hours of operation, and building code standards in a B5 planned commercial district located at 158 Howder Show Road. The last of the first readings actually went to 3 readings. It was an ordinance appropriating funds and public safety fund for the purchase of additional police patrol vehicles and related equipment. That passed unanimously. Then we went on to council announcements. Councilman Shildroth gave his condolences for Grace Hercules, our former senior director. She passed away recently. Councilwoman Parson mentioned their joint Ward 8 and 9 ward meeting at James J. Egan Center on November 5th at 6:30. Councilwoman Pagano mentioned their joint ward meetings with Ward 5 and 7. That will be at the Justice Center on November 13th. Our message from the mayor, the glow-in-the-dark pickleball tournament will be on this Saturday, November 1st, and they will turn off the lights. Our Veterans Day Parade will be November 9th. It will step off of Bangor Park at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and end at the VFW Post 4105 for a ceremony after that. And then, of course, Miracle on St. Francis, our kickoff for the holiday season. That will be Saturday, 11/29 At 1 p.m., there'll be activities and ending in a golf cart parade and the lighting of the Christmas tree. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great week.